Hi guys, once again, you all are very welcome to the chemistry path. So today onwards, chemistry path doing videos regularly for JEE and NEET aspirants. So in order to crack any competitive exam, chemistry is a very good scoring subject guys. So follow all my videos. If you have any doubts, post in comment section. Okay guys, so today's topic is IUPAC nomenclature. So this IUPAC nomenclature takes for about 4 to 5 classes. In this video, so we'll discuss about the basic rules. Okay guys, let's go for the IUPAC nomenclature. So video number 1. So what are the IUPAC nomenclature basic rules for naming any organic compound? The first rule is, you know that. So longest chain rule, LCR, longest chain rule. For example, when I take CH3, CH2, CH, single bond, CH3, CH2, CH3 or CH2, CH3. So look at this example. When I take this example, so maybe numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this may be the one chain, 6-membered carbon chain. Another way, numbering starts from this carbon. So first one, second carbon, so third carbon, fourth carbon. That means, so there may be another chain which may be the 4-membered carbon chain. 4-membered carbon chain. Okay guys. Next one is numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you go like this, so this may be the 5-membered carbon chain. 5-membered carbon chain. So we have 3 different carbon chain. But according to the IUPAC rules, you must select the longest chain. That means the chain should contain maximum number of carbon atoms. That is your parental chain. That is your longest chain. So that should be selected for naming the organic compound. So rule number 1 is longest chain rule. So among all these 3 chains, the 6-membered chain, which is your longest chain, which is your parental chain, the remaining methyl group which may be present on the third carbon, which may be the substituent. So rule number 1, longest chain rule. You should select the longest chain. So that means maximum number of carbon atoms must include in your carbon chain. That is your parental chain. So this is the rule number 1. Okay guys. Next, rule number 2. Rule number 2. So what is the rule number 2? Chemistry is a very simple subject here. So what is the rule number 2? What is the rule number 2? When I take this example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Look at this one. When I take this example, so numbering starts from left hand side carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the numbering starts from right hand side carbon. So this carbon may be first carbon, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Look at this one. So either numbering starts from left hand side or from right hand side. The maximum number of carbon atoms may be 5. So that is your parental chain. But our second rule is substituent always gets least number. Substituent is always gets least number. So that is our second rule. For example, when the numbering starts from left hand side, the substituent, the CH3 group, this is nothing but methyl group. The methyl group may be placed on second carbon. So when you go from LHS, the substituent is present at second carbon. In the same way, if numbering starts from right hand side, that means from RHS 1, 2, 3, 4, the same methyl substituent that may be present on the fourth carbon, according to IUPAC rule, the substituent always gets least number. When you are naming for the organic compound. So that means 2-methyl, that is the correct one. 4-methyl, that is the wrong one. So always, so substituents gets the least number. So that is the IUPAC nomenclature rule number 2. Next one guys. Next one. So go for rule number 3. When you take this example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH, C2H5, CH2, CH3. Look at this example. Look at this example, which is rule number 3. What about rule number 3? When you take this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is our longest chain, 6-membered carbon chain, that may be our longest chain. Okay. If numbering starts from left hand side, so this may be the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. If numbering starts from right hand side, so this may be the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon and sixth carbon. So rule number 3 guys, which is the lowest sum rule. When you have only one substituent, substituent always gets the least number. When you have more than one substituent, then you must follow lowest sum rule. What is the lowest sum rule? First of all, first you should select the longest chain. So then, what is the position of the substituent? When go from left hand side, when you are going from left hand side, so methyl group which may be present on second carbon, 2 plus ethyl group which may be present on fourth carbon, so total sum is nothing but 6. When you are moved from right hand side, that is nothing but RHS, the ethyl group which may be present on the third carbon and methyl group that may be present on the fifth carbon, so total sum is nothing but 8. That is the sum, that is the lowest sum. So when you have the 2 or more different substituents or same substituent in different positions, unequivalent positions, then you should follow the lowest sum rule. According to the lowest sum rule, so numbering starts from left hand side, that should be the correct according to the IUPAC nomenclature. So when you go from right hand side, your sum is more, 3 plus 5 is nothing but 8. So which is a wrong numbering. So from right hand side. So that means, so on the second carbon methyl group, on the fourth carbon ethyl group, which is a perfect numbering, RHS, which may be the wrong numbering according to the IUPAC nomenclature. Okay guys, so rule number 1, select the longest chain. Maximum number of carbon atoms should include in your carbon chain. That is your parental chain. Rule number 2, when you have any substituent always gets least number. Rule number 3, when you have the 2 or more different or same substituents, they are present on unequivalent positions, then go for lowest sum rule. So which is the rule number 3. What about rule number 4? Chemistry is a very simple subject here. What about rule number 4? When you have this one, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH, C2H5, CH2, CH3. Look at this example. So maybe straight chain is our longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7-membered. So which is your longest chain and parental chain. Numbering starts from left hand side. Methyl group may be placed on the third carbon. So numbering starts from left hand side. So methyl is present on third carbon, 3 plus. Ethyl is present on the fifth carbon, 3 plus 5 is nothing but 8. Total sum is 8. If numbering starts from right hand side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at this one. If numbering starts from RHS, right hand side, again the ethyl substituent which may be present on the third carbon, 3 plus. So methyl which may be present on the fifth carbon, 3 plus 5 is nothing but 8. Look at this one. So more than one substituent is present in this example, and more importantly, the two substituents may occupy the same position, either from right side or from left side. So the total sum is same from left side or from right side. So then what will we do? Rule number 4, basic rule number 4, you should follow alphabetical order. If the total sum is same, either from left hand side or from right hand side, you must follow alphabetical order. When they are present in unequivalent position, the substituents may be present in unequivalent position, then you should follow lowest sum rule. If the substituents are present in equivalent position, the ethyl group from right hand side which may be present on third carbon, methyl group which may be present on third carbon again from left hand side, so they both are in equivalent position, then you must follow alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. Ethyl, the first letter is E. Methyl, the substituent is nothing but methyl. The first letter is nothing but M. Which one is better one? E. E. Okay guys, chemistry is a simple subject here. So you should give the numbering from right hand side. Why? Because in alphabet E is the first one compared with the M. So numbering should given for this organic compound from right hand side, which is a correct numbering, So that means 3 ethyl, 4, 5 methyl, which is a correct numbering for the substituent. 3 ethyl, 5 methyl. Okay guys, which is a rule number 4. Rule number 1, select the longest chain. Rule number 2, when you have the one substituent always gets least number. Rule number 3, when you have more than one substituent and substituents may be present on unequivalent position, then you should follow lowest sum rule. Rule number 4, when you have more than one substituent from LHS or from RHS, if the sum is same, then you should follow alphabetical order. Okay guys, next one, rule number 5. Rule number 5. Rule number 5. When you have the same kind of substituents, more than 1, more than 2, more than 3, but all the substituents are same. All the substituents are same. Look at this example. CH3, C, CH3, CH3, CH2, C, CH3, CH3, CH3. So look at this example. Look at this organic compound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rule number 1, select the longest chain. 5-membered carbon chain, which is your longest chain and parental chain. Rule number 2. So in this condition, more than one substituent is present. So there is no rule number 2. Rule number 3. All the substituents are present in equivalent position. So lowest sum rule is not applicable. Why? Because from left hand side, the 2 methyl groups are present on second carbon. From right hand side, again the 2 methyl groups are present on second carbon. So lowest sum rule is also not applicable. So this is the rule number 5. What is the rule number 5? When you have the same kind of substituents, same type of substituents present more than one time, more than twice, more than thrice, then you will just use the prefix. Pre means before. You should use the prefix. When you have the two same kind of substituents, the prefix is nothing but di. When you have the three same kind of substituents, the prefix is nothing but tri before the substituent. When you have the four same type of substituents, nothing but tetra. When you have the same kind of substituents, when you have five, which is nothing but penta. So that means the name of this compound is nothing but, on the second carbon two methyl groups are present, on the fourth carbon two methyl groups are present, total number of methyl groups are 4. That means you must use the prefix tetra. So that may be present on second carbon. So 2 comma 2 comma 4 comma 4 comma tetra. These are methyl substituents. Tetramethyl. Total number of carbon atoms are 5. Pent. Between the carbon and carbon, single bond is present. Ane, pentane. So 2 comma 2 comma 4 comma 4 tetramethyl pentane. 2244 tetramethyl pentane. This is the correct name for this compound. 2-methyl, 2-methyl, 4-methyl, 4-methyl pentane. That is a wrong one. When you have the same kind of substituents, you must use the prefixes like this: di, tri, tetra, penta. Okay, use like this. This is the rule number 5. Rule number 1, select the longest chain. What about rule number 2? Substituent always gets the least number. Rule number 3, when you have the two different type of substituents or same kind of substituents present in unequivalent position, you should follow lowest sum rule. If the sum is same, which is the rule number 4, then follow alphabetical order. Okay guys, so this is the rule number 5. What about rule number 6? So what about rule number 6? So if the organic compound is like this: CH3, CH2, CH, CH, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Look at this one. So if the given organic compound is like this, what is your parental chain? What is the correct name for this organic compound? So this is our rule number 6. Okay guys, this is our rule number 6. I'll just go from this carbon. Maybe this one may be the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon and sixth carbon. Look at this one. When you go from left hand side, on the third carbon you have one substituent which may be the isopropyl group. Maybe your longest chain is like this, 6-membered carbon chain. On the third carbon you have the isopropyl group, which is your substituent. First point. Second one, when I start from this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, which is also 6-membered carbon chain, longest chain. Same number of carbon atoms are present, no problem. When you are going from straight chain or from like this, same number of carbon atoms are present, which is also your longest chain. But remember guys, when you take the straight chain, on the third carbon you have only one substituent which may be the isopropyl group. Only one substituent. When you go from like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again same number of carbon atoms, but look at this one. On the second carbon, methyl is a substituent. On the third carbon, ethyl is also a substituent. That means when you go from like this, when you select this longest chain, on the second carbon methyl substituent is present, on the third carbon ethyl substituent is present. ethyl substituent is present. That means the total number of carbon atoms present in your parental chain is same. By that time, you must choose which parental chain. The parental chain or longest chain must contains maximum number of branches, maximum number of substituents. Most important rule. That means the straight chain which is not your parental chain, this one, the L-shaped chain, this should be your parental chain. Why? Because on the second carbon methyl substituent is present, on the third carbon ethyl substituent is present. When you go like this, two substituent atoms are present. One is a methyl, second one is a ethyl. When you have the two parental chains, both the parental chains contains the, when you have the two chains, the two chains may contain the same number of carbon atoms, then you must choose the parental chain which may contains maximum number of substituents. Most important basic rule in IUPAC nomenclature system. So that means this should be your parental chain. Numbering starts from this carbon. On the second carbon methyl is present. On the third carbon ethyl is present. So the name of this compound 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. Okay guys, which is a rule number 6, important one in IUPAC nomenclature system. Rule number 1, select the longest chain. Rule number 2, always substituents gets the least number. When you have more than one substituent, that is a rule number 3, then follow lowest sum rule. If the lowest sum rule which may be same either from left hand side or from right hand side, then go for alphabetical order. When you have the more than same kind of substituent, uses the prefixes di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa like this, which is also important one. And next rule, when you take the same example, on the second carbon methyl is present, on the third carbon ethyl is present. The name of this compound should be 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. Name of this compound. But not 2-methyl 3-ethyl hexane. In order to write the name also, you must follow alphabetical order. E is the better alphabet when compared with the M. You will get fastly E. So that means 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane, which is the correct name. Not 2-methyl 3-ethyl hexane. So which is the correct name for this organic compound. And next rule, last but not least, nomenclature for complex substituents. Nomenclature for complex substituents. When you have the example like this, CH3, CH2, 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 CH. So CH, CH3, CH, CH3, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Look at this one. Look at this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this carbon chain may contains 9 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both the chains, L-shaped chains, both may contain 8 carbons. That means L-shaped chain, which is not your parental chain, even it contains more substituents. So the straight chain, which is your parental chain, 9 carbon atom chain, which is your parental chain, okay. So then what happened? If numbering starts from left side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, numbering starts from right side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, substituents always present on fifth carbon either from left side or from right side. Either left side or from right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But more importantly, on the fifth carbon, the substituent which may be the complex substituent, which is not an isopropyl group, which is not a neopentyl group, which is a complex substituent. What happened when you have the complex substituent? When you have the complex substituent, the name of the organic compound may be written like this. The substituent is present on the fifth carbon. We'll just mention the number 5 and just write under the remaining about the substituent. We'll just write in the open bracket 5. So the fifth carbon bonded carbon, which is always first carbon. Again, you must give the numbering individually and select the longest chain. So in the substituent. So fifth carbon, on the fifth carbon, you have the complex substituent. Again, in the complex substituent, you must select the longest chain. First carbon is always bonded to the, which is given to the carbon, which is bonded with the fifth carbon. That means which is the first carbon. Then from this carbon, you must select the longest chain. 1, 2, 3. So 3-membered chain, which is your longest chain in substituent. Again, on the first carbon, methyl as a substituent. On the second carbon, methyl as a substituent. So 5, 1, 2, both are same. Just use the prefix di, methyl, dimethyl, dimethyl. Total number of carbons in longest chain, which may be the 3. 3 means nothing but pro. So propyl. Why? Because one of the hydrogen is replaced by the longest chain. So just to close the bracket. This is all about the substituent. The substituent is present on the fifth carbon. Again select the longest chain in the substituent. So 3 carbon chain, which is the longest chain. On the first carbon you have the substituent. Second carbon you have the substituent. Both are same. That means 1, 2 dimethyl. These two substituents are nothing but methyl. Dimethyl propyl. So close the bracket. This is all about complex substituent. Total number of carbon atoms are 9. Between the carbon and carbon, so single bond is present. No name. So 5, 1, 2 dimethyl propyl. No name, which is the correct name for this compound. And last one, when you have the functional group, what are the functional group? Alcohols are the functional group. Aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters. So these all are functional groups. Functional groups are our heroes. When heroes are present in longest chain, heroes always gets the least number. So here, when hero is present, all the rules are ruled out. That means when you have more than one substituent, even though lowest sum rule is not applicable. For example, if the compound is like this, CH3, CH, OH, CH2, CH2, CH, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. Look at this example. When you go from right side, 2 plus, 3 plus, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right hand side, on the second carbon you have the substituent, on the third carbon, on the fourth carbon, again on the seventh carbon. 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 2, 16. The total sum is 16. When you go from left hand side, so 2 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 6, 20. That means numbering starts from left hand side. The total sum is 20. Numbering starts from right hand side. The total sum is 16. But you should start the numbering from left hand side. Even lowest sum is more. Why? Because OH is our hero. OH is our hero. When hero is present, hero always gets the least number. When hero is present, all the IUPAC rules are ruled out. There is no lowest sum rule. Always hero gets the least number. Always hero gets the priority. That means 2 whole is the correct name. 2 whole is the correct name. The remaining are the substituent. Substituents present on the fourth carbon, substituents are present on the fifth carbon, sixth carbon and seventh carbon. 5, 6, 7 trimethyl, but 2 whole. That is the correct IUPAC name. Okay guys, you love this topic, you enjoy this topic, so please share to this topic to all your friends. Okay guys, in the next IUPAC nomenclature 2, this is IUPAC nomenclature video 1. In the second video, we'll just discuss about the cyclic compounds, alkanes, alkenes and alkynes nomenclature. Okay guys?